Staying with us, it's time now to take a look at stories making headlines on the front page of Nigerian newspapers. And I begin with the Nation newspaper. The major story here says, Tinubu orders release of grains to 50 million farmers, others. Tinubu orders release of grains to 50 million farmers, others. Recall that when the president returned to the country, he asked for a review of the 8,000 naira cash transfer and also ordered that grains be released to 50 million farmers, and also the details of the full gamut of the palliatives that will be released to Nigerians as events unfold in the coming days. Now to this Nigerian newspaper. New PMS pump price fuels people's anguish. Filling stations adjust rises to 617 naira, 620 naira, 650 naira per litre across states. Those are some of the developments. They're groaning. Civil servants say economy has worsened. We can't afford to go to work anymore. NNPCL gives reason for the action. Recall that just yesterday, the NNPCL, the Group Chief Executive Officer, Belikari, said that market forces are responsible for the rise in pump price that Nigerians are seeing, and that is generating reactions across Nigerians. Now to the business day. Tougher times as petrol sells for over 600 naira per litre. The business day. Tougher times as petrol sells for over 600 naira per litre. Slow CNG, that's compressed natural gas project, worsens Nigerians suffering. Tougher times as petrol sells for over 600 naira per litre. Slow compressed natural gas project worsens Nigerians suffering. All right, you find all the details on the front page of the business day. To the Voice of Liberty now. Fuel price hike. NLC, that's the Nigeria Labour Congress, rejects proposed palliatives, asks the federal government to retrace steps. The NLC is kicking, rejecting proposed palliatives put forward by the government and is asking the federal government to retrace steps. You find all the details on the front page of the Voice of Liberty. To the First News newspaper, petrol now 670 naira per litre. NNPCL blames market forces for price hike. Marketers adjust pumps as fuel queues resurface in Abuja, Lagos. NLC kicks, warns federal government to retract action. All right, you find all the details on the front page of the First News newspaper. And to the Leadership newspaper now, still talking about the increase in petrol price. Labour CSOs kick as NNPCL blames market forces for increase. Labour CSOs are kicking as the NNPCL is blaming market forces for the recent increase in the price of petrol. We find all the details on the front page of the Leadership newspaper. To the front page of this day newspaper now. Fuel price, Labour threatens to pull out of talks with federal government. Fuel price, Labour threatens to pull out of talks with federal government. Recall that organized Labour and the federal government had begun talks when the government said that it stated that fuel subsidy was going to be removed. And Labour had put forward some action that the federal government should take, and part of that was an increase in the salaries of workers. But they are still in talks with government. Right now, Labour is threatening to pull out of that talk with the federal government with regards to the recent fuel price increase. Details of this story on the front page of the This Day newspaper. We move now to the Punch newspaper. NLC TUC lambastes Tinubu as fuel hits 630 naira per litre, shun negotiation. NLC TUC, that's organized Labour, lambastes Tinubu as fuel hits 630 naira per litre, shun negotiation. All right, you find the details on the front page of the Punch newspaper. To the Daily Trust, petrol at 670 naira per litre. Federal government on path to dictatorship will resort to self-help, NLC is speaking. Commuters groan as commercial drivers hike fares. And that is a reaction we are already getting with regards to the increase in the price of petrol. Commuters are groaning. Commercial drivers have hacked their fares with regards to this recent increase. And Labour is saying that the federal government is on a path to dictatorship and that they are looking to resort to self-help. All the details on the front page of the Daily Trust. To the Blueprint newspaper now. On 617 naira per litre new pump price, Nigerians fume as NNPCL anchors decision on market forces. Rise in freight, crude oil prices, major reason, NMDPRA reacting. And CSU's NUJ experts fought hike. CNG Oyebanji urge patience. All right, details on the front page of the Blueprint, various organizations reacting to the recent hike in the price of petrol. Right. We'll move now to the front page of the Daily Independent. Anguish, lamentation as fuel price hits 620 naira per litre. Anguish, lamentations as fuel price hits 620 naira per litre. Details on the front page of the Daily Independent. To the Guardian newspaper now, Nigerians groan as higher fuel prices shrink incomes, worsen poverty. Nigerians groan as higher fuel prices shrink incomes, worsen poverty. And you'll find the details on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. To the Daily Times now, Nigerians groan under fresh fuel price hike. Nigerians groan under fresh fuel price hike. Details on the front page of the Daily Times. To the Daily Sun now, anger, agony as petrol prices rises to 617 naira per litre. And some riders there, sharp increase unwise, a threat to Nigerians. NLC CLOs are speaking. Market forces driving up petrol prices, says Kyari. And why we hacked price, oil marketers are also speaking, given the reasons for why there is a hike in the price of petrol. Now to the Nigerian News Direct. Let the poor breathe. Nigeria News Direct is saying this, let the poor breathe. Some writers, Nigerians groan, lament surge in cost of living. Tinubu bows to pressure, makes U-turn on proposed 8,000 naira cash transfer. That's the details you'll find on the front page of the Nigerian News Direct. And the last one now on the front page of Nature News. Akwa Ibom government forms climate partnership with Atmosphere AG, unveils fuel-efficient cook store. Akwa Ibom government forms climate partnership with Atmosphere AG, unveils fuel-efficient cook stove. Right. You find all the details on the front page of the Nature News newspaper. All right.